Today's topic: parts of a microscope. At first, compound microscope. Hello students, today we are going to study about the parts of a compound microscope. Now this one you can see this is a compound microscope, and this is mainly meant for higher magnification. Although we have dissecting microscope, but the dissecting microscope is only meant for just releasing your hand so that you can see the parts of some flower or some insects just without holding a hand lens in your hand, magnifying glass in your hand. So dissecting microscope mainly is meant for just releasing your hand so that with both hands you can do the work and you can just keep the specimen on the stage and see it with the help of the eyepiece. But here in the compound microscope you can see that we have many parts. Now this one is your eyepiece, and this one, that is your lower one, this one is called the nose piece. Now there are two types of nose piece generally in a compound microscope. One is low power and another one is a high power. The low power is of 10x type. Okay, here you can see that three lenses are kept here, but basically generally we have in the compound microscope two lenses. One is a low power and one is a high power, 40 or 45x, and this one is 10x. And sometimes this additional lens is also there, so that if you need, you can adjust someone. This is sometimes 100 also you can keep it, but 100 power is generally meant for the oil immersion purpose. Now let us come to the parts of the compound microscope, starting from the base of the microscope. Now this is called the foot of the microscope. Okay, you can see this is a horseshoe shaped structure, like a horseshoe it is. Okay, so horseshoe shaped structure. So this is a foot with which the compound microscope is resting. Okay, now this is a vertical stand with which the arm of the compound microscope is adjusted with the help of the screw. The arm is mainly meant for lifting the microscope. Okay, so it helps to lift the microscope. Then let us come to the two main adjustment screws of the microscope. This one, the bigger one, this one is called the coarse adjustment, and this smaller one, this is called the fine adjustment. With the help of this coarse adjustment, we are at first keeping a specimen or with a slide here, and then we are focusing it with the help of this coarse adjustment. Okay, very slowly, gradually we have to do it. Once it has been focused here, then with the help of fine adjustment, we are, according to our eye power, we are just making it clearer so that we can see the internal details of the cells which are present in the given sample. Now this is called the platform or the stage of the compound microscope in which we are putting the specimen. Let me show here. Okay, this is a platform, and this one is the clip with which you can just adjust your slide here. And here also we have two screws here, one this and another one this. With the help of this we can slide. Okay, we can slide it forward and backward. Okay, with the help of this we can just make it forward and backward, and with the help of the second screw we can just make the things left and right, okay, according to the need. Okay, and this one, as I told you, this is the eyepiece. Eyepiece is generally 10x, 15x, sometimes 20x, and the nose piece, as I told you, they are 10x, 45x, and sometimes 100x. Okay, this is the body tube of the compound microscope. And of course, let us see to the mirror of the compound microscope. Now this is the mirror of the compound microscope. This is called a plano-concave mirror. Now what is this plano-concave mirror? Is that one side of the mirror, it is a plane mirror. Okay, one side of the mirror, it is a plane mirror, and the other one is your concave mirror. So with the help of this, we are adjusting the light to the compound microscope so that it can fall onto the specimen, so that we can see the things properly. Now this is the diaphragm. This portion is called this one is the diaphragm. Okay, this is the diaphragm. There is an aperture here, and this aperture can be adjusted with the help. Let me show here. Okay, it's not so clear. Let me come here. Yes. Now you can see this is a lever. With the help of this lever, okay, just by rotating this lever, the aperture present here can be opened or it can be narrowed. That means it can be broadened or it can be narrowed, so that the focus of the light can fall into the specimen on this platform. So this way we can focus or adjust the things, okay, present in the compound microscope. So this is the various parts of the compound microscope, starting from the foot to the arm of the microscope, then to the stage of the microscope, then with the various adjustment screws, coarse adjustment, fine adjustment, then the two sliding screws, one for the forward and backward movement and one for the sideways movement, then the different nose pieces, then this one eye pieces, body tube. So this is all about your parts of the compound microscope which we have studied today. Next, dissecting microscope. This is a simple dissecting microscope. It is as good as a simple hand lens, but the facility with this instrument is that you can see here there is an eyepiece, a single eyepiece is there here. So with the help of this eyepiece, if you put any specimen in this platform with a slide and you just fix it with this clip, this is the board clip with which you can fix the specimen here on the slide, and this is a plane mirror. You can see this is again a plano concave mirror with the help of which you can adjust the light focusing on this specimen, and this is just a one screw. This is a coarse adjustment with the help of which you can just rotate the lens, the length of the lens forward or backward. That means you can just make it high or low. So that is the only lens available here. There is no fine adjustment as we see in case of the compound microscope. This is the foot of the simple dissecting microscope, and with the help of this, what you can do is that you can just adjust it. Okay, you can adjust it. You can just elongate it. You can just fold it and just keep it over your specimen, and your both hands will be free when you are just putting any specimen over here to see it. Unlike the that is your magnifying glass, with the help of which always you have to just put the magnifying glass in one hand, and then with the help of your only one hand you can see or you can adjust the specimen. Here your both the hands will be free, and with the help of this lens you can see the minute details of the that is the section of the things which you are doing. But of course the cellular details you won't be able to see with the help of this simple microscope. This simple dissecting microscope only helps you to see the external things. Like for example, if you want to see the arrangement of ovules in the ovary, that you can do it easily with the help of this simple microscope. Because you can just make a section and put it over here, and with the help of this and with the help of the screw, putting it lowering it or making it upward, you can just focus it and see the chambers of the ovary and calculate the number of ovules present over there. So this is the two types of microscopes which we have studied today: compound microscope and the dissecting microscope.